How's sound now? How are we doing on the sound? Hopefully we got a sound check there. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, I've adjusted the sound. We should be good to go. You should be hearing me in a couple seconds. Okay. Oh, there we go. Awesome. There is a delay on my stream here, so awesome. Cool stuff. I see what happens. Hey, National Park Princess, thanks for joining. And everybody else who's joined also. We'll go back to the beginning, say hello to everybody, and thanks for joining the live stream. Yeah, I'm working with some software here, first time working with it, so there's a little bit of a lag, and everything tells me it's excellent condition as far as the stream goes, but I can see on my screen here that there is about a minute and 10-second delay on when I'm talking to you as to when it's actually showing up on the screen. So anyways, I'll go back to, I was talking about my favorite movie from 2023, and that is Cocaine Bear. Yes, if you haven't seen this, it is a comedy spoof of every horror movie you've ever seen, and it's worth checking out. It is streaming. I think it's on Max, if I'm not mistaken. That's where I checked it out, but worth checking out. And just had to have Cocaine Bear as part of my pop vinyl collection, so I picked him up, and he came in about a month ago. And then our drink of choice tonight, if you haven't, I don't know if you have this in your area, but it's passion fruit punch, Baja punch, passion fruit flavored Mountain Dew, summer flavor. I'm really enjoying it. Local market here had it, picked it up. Really enjoy it. Now we're going to get into some of the Stanley Cup swag that I picked up. Swag, you're on the thing. Yeah, I get it, huh? Anyway, so we'll start small and work our way up. One of the things I collect here in the home studio when I'm out on location, whatever, I look for collector pins. Picked up a Stanley Cup champion, Vegas Golden Knights, Stanley Cup pin right there. How cool is that? These are great. They're lightweight. I've got a couple pin boards behind me. Well, not directly behind me, not back there, but off camera. And I put all my pins on that board, and it's just kind of a memory thing. I walk in and can remember where I went. And sometimes I do pick up two pins when I go back to another location, or go back to the same location, I should say, and I end up buying the same pin again. That's happened a couple times. On the pins also, I picked up this little set of Stanley Cup pins for the Golden Knights also. Pretty cool set of pins there. Those will probably stay right on the card. I'll just put a tack through the top there and hang those up on my corkboard. Now, changing gears a little bit, there's a running joke. If you've heard me in the Spine Tick show, I talk about blue girls and blue chicks and stuff like that. That stems from meeting Amy Allen. And if you're not familiar with who Amy Allen is, she played Leia Secura, in Star Wars. Well, been collecting her T206 cards from Topps. I picked up the orange one. Just the orange one's right here. The orange one just yesterday came in the mail, and I've got the other three here. And one thing I've never showed on the chat or anything is the actual autograph she did for me at the show where I met her. And she is a unique individual. I tell you, she's a great person. If you ever have a chance of meeting her, Amy Allen, this is her in her costume right there. And we're going to lose sound for just a second. Maybe not. Okay, this is a picture of her and I at the comic book shop when I got the picture signed. She was a lot of fun. I've got to talk to her for, oh my God, probably about 45 minutes or so. It was just her and I talking, and she had her person there with her that, like, just the coordinator, and make sure everything was getting signed, all the money was taken care of. It was just the three of us talking. It was a lot of fun. So if she comes to your area, you got to check it out. She's a really super person, just down to earth, and real fun to talk to. And one of the other things I picked up from the Stanley Cup is a Stanley Cup champion, Vegas Golden Knights hockey puck. Yep, there we go. And then I agree, Spine Chicks. Yeah, she deserved better. And I didn't know. I watched both of those movies that she was in, the episode 1, 2. Didn't realize it was a non-speaking part. I was like, sorry, it was episode 2 and 3, not 1 and 2. Didn't realize until I met her it was a non-speaking role. Even when I watched the movie before I met her, it was like I never noticed it. And then when I was talking to her in person, she was like, yeah, it's a non-speaking role. I'm like, it was? So, yeah, she doesn't speak a role in the movie. And there's the back of that puck there. I do collect pucks. I've got not a big collection like I used to. Before I moved here to Southern Nevada, I had a lot bigger puck collection. But for the Golden Knights, I have a couple pucks. Picked this one up in their inaugural season. It's of Chance the Gila Monster. This is their team mascot, who I think is a great mascot. I think he's the best mascot in all sports. I've interacted with him several times at public events and also at the games, and he is a lot of fun. Just the character actor who plays inside of Chance is just lives it up and just has a great time. But yeah, he's got to be one of my favorite mascots, if not my favorite mascot. I know I keep turning around behind me because I got a couple things behind me to show. This is... you ever order something and you're expecting it to be one size and it ends up to be a different size? Yeah, that's what happened here. I'm not complaining, but I really don't have the shelf space for it. So, yeah, we've got a Stanley Cup, and we can see this box is not that small. And inside the box, you know what's inside the box. There is a Stanley Cup. No, not the real Stanley Cup, but there is a Stanley Cup inside the box. I'll take it out. Just a second here. And inside this box, there is a Stanley Cup, and that thing is rather large, as we can see. Oh, let me get that turned just right. But we can see there it says Vegas Golden Knights, Stanley Cup champion 2023. And yeah, it is. Let's give you a size comparison. This is a bottle of water. And there's a Stanley Cup. So, yeah, that's a lot larger than I anticipated that to be. So, there you go. Yeah, things we order online, we think we're getting a small item. I'm not complaining. It's a pretty Stanley Cup, but it's a lot bigger than I expected. You ever walk through junk stores and just, you're not looking for anything, and you walk through and you find something, you're like, hey, that's kind of cool. I think I'll buy it. And then you realize, that thing's really not that expensive. Well, over here sitting behind the Stanley Cup is, there's got a little Groot right here. Picked him up for 50 cents at a local thrift store. Couldn't pass him up. He's actually a planter. So in top of his head, he's got some holes there, and you could put some plants in there if you want to. But he just sits on my desk and giving you the heart symbol there. It's a good old Groot there. 50 cents, local thrift shop. It's way too hot in the studio. It's 112 degrees here today outside. And inside where my studio is, the sun's coming and baking on this side right now. So even with the AC going and a light fan going, it is probably pushing the 90s in here right now. So I'm not wearing this. I was going to actually wear this. I've got the Vegas Golden Knights Stanley Cup champion. Let me take the hanger off of it. Meant to do that before the live stream. But got the Vegas Golden Knights Stanley Cup patch right there. And this is their gold jersey, same as they wore on the night they won the cup. So, yeah, it's just a little bit too warm to wear a hockey sweater in Southern Nevada this afternoon. But got that to wear at future games I go to, and it'll be a lot of fun when the winter time comes around because it'll be better weather for it. And it does get cold here in the desert in Southern Nevada in the winter time. I picked up a card recently. I was on on Guru and Wahoo's stream a couple of weeks ago. He was doing some card giveaways, and I'm going to be going to a local card show here in a couple of weeks. It's actually mid-August at the Tuscany Hotel. There's going to be front row card show going on, and I'm going to get this card graded. It's in like perfect condition. It's a 1963 Walter Alston, manager of the Dodgers, and ironically in 1963 they did win the championship. So I'm going to get this graded, was it? I think it's SGC or CGC is going to be the grading company there. It's not going to be PSA, but that'll be fun to get that one graded and see what it's worth. One other thing that I got, you can probably see it right over my shoulder here. It's that sign. I've got it mounted on my cabinet back there. 2023 Stanley Cup champions right there. But, oh yeah, gotta love the Dodgers. It's going to be strange here with the Oakland Athletics coming into Las Vegas, soon to be Las Vegas Athletics if they keep their name, which they probably will. They've been Philadelphia, Kansas City, Oakland, coming to Vegas here in a couple of years. So it'll be weird because I grew up with the Dodgers, grew up with the Angels, and then having them cool. That's, yeah. Hopefully, Spine Chicks, hopefully that grading will be good. I did confirm, they don't grade on site, so it's just like a drop-off point. You pay your money, you drop the card off, and then they'll send it to you. So it's $5 admission to go to the card show. Haven't been to a card show since I've been out here, so it'll be kind of fun to see how they operate out here. Of course, I moved out here, and it seemed like 2020 happened, and everything shut down. So normal for me is what it's been for 2020 since I've been out here. So things are getting back to where things are opening up, and it's kind of fun. There was one other thing I was going to show you guys, and I can't find it. Don't you love that when a live stream just goes exactly how you planned it? Yeah, that's awesome. Like I said, we're just going to keep this short today. I was going to do about a 15 to 20 minute show, and if the software hadn't muted me when I did a scene switch there, we would have probably been concluding already. But I'd just like to say thank you to everybody who joined the live stream. Ambient Storm, good to see you in there. I missed saying hello to you. Good to see you in there. And I want to make sure I got everybody in the chat here because I've been talking and haven't been looking too much. Okay, got you, Swag, National Park Princess. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I think I grabbed everybody there. I appreciate your support. I'm going to do a couple more of these as I get more comfortable. I'm more the camera guy on location, doing the editing, film on a Saturday, edit on a Sunday for an upload on a Saturday. And that's how I do my my videos. I will go out on a Saturday, film a location, Sunday video or edit that videotape all day, and then that gets uploaded, and then it goes live Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. Pacific time. That said, I've got a video coming up Saturday. If you're a car buff, and specifically, spoiler alert, if you like Shelby Cobras, you might be interested in that video. So stay tuned Saturday morning, 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. There'll be something related to Shelby and Shelby cars coming up on the channel. It'll be a lot of fun to watch that. And then this weekend, I'm going to be on location the whole weekend. So something big's going on in my life. So I will be doing a milestone in my life, we'll say, on Saturday, Sunday, and I'm going to be enjoying my weekend with the camera, and that video will be live in 2 weeks. So look for that one coming up. And then going forward with the channel, I am going to be in Southern California in the fall. Going to be coming to California for Disneyland specifically. Haven't been there since 2016 when they had their 60th anniversary, and I think they're just had their 67th or 68th anniversary yesterday. So I'm a couple years behind going to Disneyland now. Last year, I did go to DCA for the Oogie Boogie Bash. That was a lot of fun, and it had been 20 years since I'd been to DCA when I went there. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then coming up in October, there is a hotel that's reopening here in Las Vegas. I plan to showcase that in one of my videos. And then there's one other place I'm going into in October that's just kind of it's penciled in, nothing concrete there. So I don't really want to say I am going to go here when then something comes up. But that's the plans for the channel. And of course, between that, I'm going to be bringing you my normal content, all the fun stuff, the free stuff to do, and some of the attractions and that type of thing. Got to get more pop here. Well, again, I want to thank you all for joining. That's about all I have. That's about all I have for the day. Getting choked up, having to say goodbye. But you guys enjoy your Tuesday. Thank you for joining the stream. I'm going to have this backed up, going, where you can comment on it later on. I do appreciate y'all coming in, and I hope you enjoy your Tuesday with whatever you have planned.